What's going on, guys? Ibadra here and welcome to another editing tutorial video. Now this, guys, is the ultimate editing video. I'm going to be teaching you how to edit on every single software. This is a universal editing tutorial, so no matter what software you're using, I'm going to teach you how to edit like CoryXKenshin or bitryan. Now, of course, guys, you're not going to have identical edits or identical videos to these YouTubers. You cannot be doing that. That is stealing, bro. All you can do is take inspiration, add a bit of your soul into it, and it's good. That is what makes your YouTube videos great, and you have your own personality. We're not trying to be clones here. I've seen a bunch of people trying to be CoryXKenshin clones, bro, and I kind of feel like I did that. This is just a tool so you can get on the right track with your own personality. Please just remember that. And guys, I know this isn't a Power Director video or a Premiere Pro video. I do have a Premiere Pro video up on the channel, and I also do have a DaVinci Resolve tutorial. You can click on them and the card is above. But in this video, I'm going to be using DaVinci Resolve again. Now, before we get into this video, guys, please make sure to check all the links in the description, because that's going to have all the plugins, all the packs, everything you need. I do have packs that are full of audios, full of everything. It costs you like $5. But yeah, that's all needed for this video, as I'm going to be using most of these effects here today. Now, the reason why I can't do all the other softwares out there is because currently I edit for 8 other channels, not including my own, guys. So I'm editing for 9 channels. I'm spending hours and hours every day creating content, and I also have to manage my own channel, which I do post once a week. I don't have the facilities or the time to start up a new software, learn it myself, and then make a video on it. So instead of us taking the long way around, just apply what I teach you in this video into your software. It's way easier that way. Like, this video here isn't going to automatically edit your videos. You still have to put in the work. And the last thing I want to say is, if you can't find a specific edit, you can search up a 2-minute tutorial on how to do that and then continue with this video, because the way I'm going to do my face cam might not be the same in your software. You could just search that up quickly and then come back to this. Or the easiest way, guys, is just use DaVinci itself. Without further ado, let's get into this. So we're going to start off with how to open DaVinci Resolve. If you don't have DaVinci Resolve, please download it. Go search it up. And once it's downloaded, you're going to double click on it. By the way, I have the paid version, but I'm going to show you all the free ways to do this. Whilst this loads up, guys, how's your day gone? Good? Yeah, this is a bit awkward. Can it load? Like, okay, guys, DaVinci just crashed on me. Okay, we're back. Now, as you can see, guys, I have this here. I like to create the thumbnail beforehand. Now, the reason why I do the thumbnail beforehand is because it sets the tone for the video before you even get to editing. Also, you can put it as a thumbnail for each of your videos so you can easily access them. So, like over here, FNAF footage over here, VHS tapes, my in-game video I did. Now, if I do open this, guys, I have already cut up my video here, but we're going to start from the beginning. We're going to go ahead and push new project down here. You can choose a location for it. Just push create. Now, guys, you can have this empty timeline here. It's gonna look confusing, but it's fine. All we need, guys, is like one tab here. Make sure this is selected. You might accidentally be in this tab when you first open the software. This is the cutting tab. We want to go to the edit tab. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to add files. Now, up here, we're going to go to media pool. This is where we drop every single file we're going to be using in this video. I've started to use OBS, so you need to go to where your files are saved in OBS. Here are my files. Now, once I drag it into my folder, it's going to say, do you want to change the frame rate? I'm going to push change. So now it's going to set this to the frame rate of my files, which is 60 FPS. You can test what the frame rate is by pushing play and looking at the top over here. If your frame rate is not in 60 frames per second, there's an easy way to change it. What we're going to do first, though, is we're going to push this thing over here, and we're going to push display stack timeline. Okay, so now we can select each different timeline. We're going to go to file, we're going to go to new timeline, then we're going to untick use project settings. We're going to go to format, and then my frame rate is here. Usually for me, it would have been on 24 frames if I didn't push OK to that change. You could change that to 60 frames, change whatever else you need, but you mainly need the 60 frames, and then push create. And then it's going to create a second timeline here, which is in 60 frames. How do we sync up our files? I'm going to drag all of my facecam files, because I record separately on my actual camera. I don't record through OBS with my facecam. I think the way you can record with OBS, because I know a lot of people ask, you have to do a widescreen angle. And what that does is it lets you record your gameplay and your facecam at the same time. And what you'll do is you'll cut them in half and then separate them to 2 different layers. Right now we're on syncing. So what we have to do is, what I like to do, guys, anyway, is I like to clap. Now what the clap does is it leaves this nice little spark over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the cut tool, and I'm going to push here and cut this. Remember, guys, this over here is the razor tool. That is for every single cutting. This is like the tool you're going to use 90% of the time. Now, I've actually got shortcuts set. You can bind shortcuts. All I have to do is push the 2 key on my keyboard. I highlight this and I push 1, and it deletes it and pushes it back. But for you guys, you're not going to have these shortcuts just yet. So all you have to do is just cut it with the razor tool, highlight this, and backspace. We know where the clap is. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go to our face cam, and we're going to find the cut, cut it there. Now, the reason for this, guys, is we both cut it on the clap for the gameplay and the face cam. So what that does is it keeps it synced, so they both start at the exact same time. We're gonna highlight our face cam, and we're gonna click on unlink. This audio right here is my camera audio, which is absolutely terrible. If you wanna know what it sounds like this. As you can hear, it is really terrible, so I like to record with my mic audio. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete the facecam audio, and we've got the facecam here. We just drag it, and we drag it all the way to the beginning of the clap over here. A bit more in the video, we're gonna hit sync. Spring bunny. Yeah, okay, cool. The facecam doesn't make it all the way because my facecam likes to cut out after 20 minutes. I have to keep starting my camera. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna leave a cut where the facecam ends because that's where my camera ends. And we're gonna go to where the next clap is over here. Clap. Cut there. Bring that back. Find the clap here. Found the clap. There we go. Delete the facecam audio. Bring it back. And we got another synced clip. So you do that for the whole of the video. Again, cut. Go here, sync. It's all synced. Once everything is synced, now comes the hard work. Where you're gonna have to cut, guys. Now, let me explain how to cut because I can't really show it. Let me make this easy for you guys. This track over here, I've set it so it captures my gameplay and my mic, so it's together. Just in case if things mess up, I have a spare backup. I'm gonna delete this. The bottom audio, guys, is my gameplay, so I'm gonna just drag this up. You want this to be as organized as possible. So what I like to do is keep my mic and all my voices on one layer, keep all my gameplay on one layer, keep my face cam on one layer, so it just makes it more organized and it's less likely that you mess up. We're gonna have to cut out the dead space. This is how you cut. So I do my intro here. What's going on, guys? Ibadra here, and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. And then there's just some dead audio. What I like to do, guys, is I like to plan what I'm gonna say before I say it, and then I cut it out. So if you mess up a sentence or if there's like dead noise, all you have to do is leave a cut here and then go to the next part and then bring them together. Now, guys, this isn't the old. Literally, all you have to do is do that for the whole video. But before we do that, guys, you need to see the gameplay. We're gonna go to effects. We're gonna go to toolbox. I'm gonna search circle. Now, guys, as I said in the beginning, you need to download plugins. This is one of them. It is free. Everything is free besides my pack. And we're gonna drag on a face cam here. Okay, so we have our face cam circle here, like the CoryXKenshin one. That's literally how CoryXKenshin one looks. So we're gonna go to the effects tab here. I'm gonna change my size to around 80. Yeah, 866 is a good size for me. Line it up with the corners. Now, guys, we're gonna go to video. That is actually the facecam file. We can move it around and change the size. But, guys, there's an easier way to do it. I've said this before. We're gonna go down here and click this rectangle. If it's not there, you're gonna click on this arrow and then push transform. So we can just grab and move it about as much as we want. We can resize and all of that good stuff. We can even change the rotation of it. If you ever make a mistake, guys, remember push Ctrl Z, it goes backspace. Now what I like to do, guys, is I like to grab this red line and I like to go through the whole video. Just try and make sure your face is in the center. As you can see, I'm a bit too forward, so I'm gonna move myself here, look through it again, and now I'm way more centered in my video. There's gonna be parts where I come out of frame, but that's fine. You can add the same to your next face cam, but there's a very easy way that I just discovered actually. You could drag on the plugin and then reset all of that, but there's an easier way. We just click on the layer with the face cam, we push Ctrl C to copy, we go to our next layer, we push right click, then we're gonna go to paste attributes. Then we're gonna take all video attributes and we're gonna push apply. So what that does is it takes every effect from this file and it basically prints it onto this one. So that's an easier way and a faster way of doing it. Once it's all done, guys, back to cutting, we just need to go to the dead spaces and cut that all out. Depending how long your video is, it's gonna take you around an hour. Luckily for me, I've already done that. So here is my whole video cut. It's just below 17 minutes, 16 minutes and 59 seconds. Now before I continue on to the next stage, I need to explain some stuff. When you're cutting, guys, you need to make the video have some good pacing. Now, how do you do that? You cut so everything flows. You need to keep your sentences going. You can't have any dead zone. The only time you need a dead zone is if something's about to happen, so you want to build up. For example, I'm playing Those Nights at Fredbear's new game. Like, if I'm just wandering around and I'm not saying much and then Freddy just runs around the corner, that is an okay place to have dead zone, because then it drops the constant talking and then it builds hype and suspense because it's like a new environment now because I'm not talking. And then the jump scare happens and then it creates a better and more effective jump scare. A lot of this is psychology. I did not study psychology, guys, so like I had to learn this all by myself with trial and error. I've been editing for almost 8 years now, so I've had a lot of time to like learn this and catch on to it. Don't worry too much if your pacing isn't that good. You need to practice. The whole point of this video is to save you 8 years of learning how to edit like it did for me. It's gonna make it a bit quicker and you're gonna become a better editor than me in a shorter amount of time. Now we're gonna come on to the next part, which is the sound effects, the edits, the musics, all of that good jazz. If you haven't downloaded any of the files yet, in the description, now is the time. I have over 100 sound effects and musics in in a pack. It has all the CoryXKenshin and Ibadra sound effects that I could find, and I gather it into one folder, so it's easier for you. It saves you those hours of going to search and then find and then download. And since this whole video is free, this is like the best way you can support me. Also subscribe. Okay guys, now I kind of did start some of this video, so I'm just gonna play the intro and I'm gonna explain how I did this. So we're gonna full screen this, I'm gonna watch it. All right guys, I know I am late to the party. This game has been out for around 2 weeks. What's going on guys, Ibadra here and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. Now guys, this isn't the same Those Nights at Fredbear's that we played before. This is actually a newer version, and if this game is anything like the old game, we are cooked. Okay, so that's all I've done so far in my video, and from the flow you can kind of see that it's a high quality video. Now we're gonna break this down and I'm gonna explain how we did all of this. So over here, right guys, I know I am late to the party. We start off with the big face cam, and as you can see, there is some motion going on here. This is what we call keyframing. Now, a lot of people wanted me to do a whole tutorial just on keyframing. We're going to be doing it here now. Now, what is the keyframe? A keyframe is taking a point and then slowly leading to another point. For example, all right, let's say I was to reset this. Now it's reset. Look, all right guys, I know there is no motion at all. You go to video, and then we go to zoom and position. We tick these. That is our starting point. Make sure it's at the very start of the video, and then we're gonna go to the end of the clip. Now I'm gonna zoom in, try center myself a bit. Now the other way is you can just move it around. Make sure that the transform rectangle is on if you want to do the moving around like this with your mouse. That's literally all we do. All right guys, I know I am late to the party. This game, and it just zooms in. That's literally how you keyframe. It's very simple. You can also add keyframes to your actual gameplay, so I'm gonna do that as well, just so there's some motion whilst I'm talking. What's going on guys, Ibadra here and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. Okay, now this is what we call the bitryan introducing the game effect. It can probably be said shorter than that, but you know. As you can see, there's this little like thing over here. That is a transform plugin. Again, you need to go grab that. Just download everything that is free on Mr. Alec Tech's page. So without the effect, it would look like this. It would just be a hard cut. So what we need to do to find this is we need to delete the circle part and just scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we're gonna see these four over here. Now I went for the zoom. You just drag and you place it here, you drop it. The bigger the line is, the slower the transition is. So this is where the transition starts, this is where the transition finally ends. I like to go for like a smaller amount. Like the smaller it is, the faster it goes. Here and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. That's literally how you do the transition, guys. It's very easy. Now the reason I do this is to put full focus onto the game title. When you're watching a video, guys, you want to be relaxed. I don't have to go and look for what the name of the game is. It's going to be right in front of my face because I've done that for you guys. Guys, Ibadra here and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. Now if you've seen any of my other tutorials, the intro is the most important part. The first 30 seconds that decides if your video is actually going to get the retention it needs and if it doesn't. So how do you actually keep people engaged for 30 seconds or more on your video? It's very simple, guys. People click on the video, they don't want to be too stressed, they want to be really relaxed, as in what they're seeing, the eyes. They don't want to be overstimulated, because the first 2 minutes of your video is literally the decider if they're going to click on the video and put the time somewhere else. But the first 30 seconds is like the best time to capitalize. So I'm going to help you do that right now. So I've shown you how to introduce the game to Those Nights at Fredbear's. There's many other ways you can do it. You could do a different type of effect. We could have done like a sideways effect. It really depends on the motion you're going for right now. Hey, and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. But because we're zooming into Fredbear's, we might as well start with a zooming in transition. By the way, guys, I will say now, please wait to the end of the video because I'm going to be reading out specific comments and helping you with specific issues that you guys had. So if you had commented something before, you might have the answer here. Now, when you're editing a video, you want to edit from left to right, so it tells a story and it goes in order. However, you might not want to do that. You might want to work on the outro first or something. So if you're working on different parts, you don't want to get too confused. To avoid getting confused, all you have to do is push this blue thing over here. This is what we call a bookmark point. Let's say I wanted to do an effect here. I'll leave a bookmark, and then all you have to do, guys, is just click on the bookmark, double click on it, and you can type whatever you want. Like let's say I wanted to add a boom sound effect and a zoom here. We can also change the color of it, so you can color code what it is. I'm gonna leave it as blue. All right, let's say we've gone through most of our video and you need to go back to the bookmarks. You can easily see where they are. So easy to see. You just go to it here, and if you hover over it, literally it tells you boom sound effect with zooms, marker 1, and it tells you the timestamp as well. This is very helpful, especially if you're editing a video on multiple days. It's just a reminder, it keeps it very organized. That's why I love this software. Now we're gonna get onto text. Just search text in toolbox, and you want to go for text. You don't go for text plus. Text plus is a bit hard to use. It's a bit difficult. Or if you go to Mr. Alec Tech, he has the Mr. Beast title. Now the reason why I use this isn't because it's Mr. Beast. It's because it already has some base effects on it. When I say this is a newer version, I'm gonna put some text on the screen. If you want to see what's going on at the top or at the bottom, just grab this middle line here and you can move up and down and see. This text has placement and it has a little pop effect. So that just saves you time. You can change the pop down here in title. Pump amount is how big the pop is gonna be. I'm gonna change it to 1, and then I'm gonna change pump speed to 0.2, and then all you have to do to change it is in title over here and scarier to we played before. This is actually a newer version. You can add some shake effect. This is really good for like subtitles, especially YouTubers that don't have face cams and they have subtitles on the screen. This is like the type of effect they do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to open effect. We're gonna click on camera shake. We're gonna drag and drop. Now right now it's going a bit crazy. So we're gonna go here, drag this down in the effects tab. Drag it down, not too much. You want it to be subtle. Motion blur all the way up. Motion blur, always put it to the max. If you don't want the text to pop, go to video. Just make the pump value 0. If you want to throw opacity into play, it's very simple. You can click on it, go to settings over here, and then change the opacity with keyframes. So you can put a keyframe at the beginning, set it to 0. Go like whatever you need to go. Bring the opacity all the way up, and then it does that effect. But there is a very simpler way of doing this. All we have to do is hover over to the corner. We're gonna see this white mark over here. Just drag like that. That literally is the opacity right there. You can see the fade. This is actually a new, very simple, guys. Now we're gonna go to the Ibadra facecam effect. I'm gonna be doing all these effects now. Then I'm gonna go edit my video, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys. The point is I'm showing all the different things we can do inside our video. Your job is to learn this and then scatter it throughout your own video, and automatically that's gonna bring up the quality of what your video looks like. I can't tell you where exactly to put effects because it's all about how you want your video to look, right? For my specific personality, I have my own thinking, my own way, my own style of doing a video. If you think an edit is good, you're gonna do it. So I can't tell you exactly where to throw specific things. That is for you to decide, and that is how you create your own personality. By the time you're seeing this, guys, this video is already out. So if you want to go watch that, link in the description. You can see where I put all these effects. All the things I taught you will be in this. Now to reset our cam so we don't have the face cam around it, all we're gonna do is we're gonna go to video. We're gonna push this reset here. It's gonna resize our whole face cam to the full screen. We're gonna go to effects. We're gonna push the bin. Our file is completely reset. Now if we look closely, guys, we have like a dark blue over here and a light blue. The light blue means there has been no effects. There's nothing added. The dark blue means there's an effect on it. That's how you can tell the difference between an edited file and a non-edited file. Ibadra effect. I'm gonna show you the easiest way to do it. We're gonna go to cropping. We're gonna bring our softness all the way down. Now we're gonna go left, right. Just try keep yourself inside the shot. So it should look something like this. We're gonna bring it to the side, zoom in. There we go. You can add more to the left if you want. It depends. You can have like a slow zoom as well to it. And then it goes back to my face cam once I speak. So that's how you do the Ibadra effect. You can do it literally anywhere you want. If your face cam is moving too much, remember guys, keyframes. Always remember, if you want to position something, make sure you turn keyframes on, and then you can do it like that. This is how we do reverb, we echo. Alright, okay, here we go. I'm gonna do this part. Close it one more time and I should be good for the night. The audio you want to echo, you want to cut it here. Then you're gonna hold Alt and you're gonna drag downwards, and that basically duplicates it. You can do the same with face cams, everything. You just hold Alt, drag up, it duplicates it. We're gonna drag this out a bit, and then we're gonna just bring this down like that. Now what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna go and search reverb. This is not a plugin, this is actually part of the software here. We're gonna drag and we're gonna drop it into this bottom file. Reverb time. We're gonna drag this down. This is like how long you want the reverb to go on for. I think anywhere between like halfway and the full way is good. This box is like trying to mimic the room you'd be in if you were to talk in here. Just go for like a square, and that's literally it. We're gonna drag the audio and make it very quiet. Now it's gonna sound like this. Close it one more time and I should be good for the night. It's very echoey here. If you don't want it to be this echoey and you want a more subtle echo, drag this corner over here. It kind of works similar to opacity, but instead this is like the volume of the audio. So we're gonna start off very quietly. It's gonna go up, and then it's gonna fade out. So then the end of my voice will have the most echo. Close it one more time and I should be good for the night. Now if you pair this with our Ibadra effect, it creates a banger. This is literally how Ibadra does his effects. I'm not even lying. This is literally how he does it. I'm gonna put all of the things we've learned so far together. close it one more time, and I should be good for the night. Really good effect. I've just taken different things we've learned today and I've applied it into one clip. Where did this come from? It comes from your imagination. You have to imagine what you want the video to look like. You apply the effects needed to get to that goal. This is why I can't really spoon feed you guys into doing it for specific clips, because it's all up to you to decide where you want to put echoes, where you want to put keyframes, all of that. It depends on you. I'm just showing you how to do each of these steps. Now guys, we have color. Put a cut here. Just before I speak, I'm gonna actually make my face cam a bit bigger. For once, we're gonna leave the editing tab and we're gonna go to color over here. This is the color tab. Over here, you can see the files that are selected. Right now, I'm selecting my face cam file. You can change the color however you want. Like if you want, you can put like a red. With the red, guys, you can use the shake effect that I showed on the text. You put that on this, you make it a bit harsh, and you can put like some trigger sound effect at the bottom, and it creates like a rage type of effect. But for this, I'm gonna put a grayed out effect. You can lighten it up, shadows, darker around. What do I do if this curtain's open? To enhance this effect, guys, you can just cut with audio is and just kill the audio. What do I do if this curtain's open? Literally, you can go crazy with how you do this video. You need to understand comedic timing, I guess. I don't know if my videos are funny, to be fair, but I think it's funny. Whatever I think is going to be funny, I try to put into it. The next effect is now subtitles. Automatic subtitles, guys, is in the paid version. I do not think you have automatic subtitles in the free version. You're just going to have to use text and then make cuts and then change the words. It's just very long. But if you do have the paid version, there's a good way of doing it here. Before we do any of that, guys, we're going to mark where we want the subtitles to generate. So I'm going to push I. I'm going to push O over here. This section over here is where the subtitles are going to be generated. We're going to go to timeline. We're going to go to AI tools. We're going to go to create subtitles from audio. I'm going to put 10 for maximum characters, and then I'm going to push create. It's going to create basic text on the screen. It's going to look really bad. There's no effects to it. It's just basic text. I'm going to go to media pool. I'm going to right click. We're going to push create new bin. We titled this bin snap captions. So remember, guys, this is also a plugin, so you need to go and download this. We're gonna go and get our Mr. Beast and just place it down here real quick. We're gonna make changes to this text. So once again, I'm gonna go for like the small pop. We might change the font. I'm gonna change the font here. I'm gonna add some shake to it. Imagine this as like the file that just has all the edits. Go back to media pool, make sure we're in snap caption bin. I'm gonna drag this into here, and that's it. We can delete this now. We're gonna go to workspace. We're gonna go down. This is after you have the plugin, by the way. We're gonna go to scripts. We're gonna go to comp. We're gonna click on snap captions. Right now it's detecting Mr. Beast title, which is in my folder here. I can remove the punctuation, which I'm gonna do, and then let's go generate. Now, as you can see, it is generating my font here. Once that's all done, we can delete the top, right click, delete track. Now it's gonna look like this, guys. All right, guys, I know I am late to the party. This game has been out for around 2 weeks. What's going on, guys? Ibadra here, and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. It's not gonna be exactly correct with what I say. Like over here, I said Ibadra here, it said Badger here. Like, so all you have to do, if you wanna change it, you just click on the part Ibadra. There we go. Out for around 2 weeks. What's going on, guys? Ibadra here, and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. But the point is, look how fast this is. You can do this for the whole of your video if you really wanted to. That is subtitles done. Okay, guys, now that I've shown you all the effects and how to do them, now it's time to get into the musics, the sound effects, all that good stuff. The gameplay audio is just always cut because I've just cut it like that. So the best thing I can do, guys, is I'm gonna just delete these and then drag this out. So it's just one straight audio. I'm gonna bring the audio from very low to up. But now, guys, we're gonna add some music so it fits the tone. Packed in the description if you want all these effects. The music you choose, guys, sets the tone. You need to decide if you want your intro to be dark and mysterious or like upbeat and happy. I'll show you the difference. We're gonna start with this. Now, I know Ibadra uses this sound a lot in some of his intros. All right, guys, I know I am late to the party. This game has been out for around 2 weeks. What's going on, guys? Ibadra here, and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. Now, look what happens when we switch it. All right, guys, I know I am late to the party. This game has been out for around 2 weeks. What's going on, guys? Ibadra here, and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. Now, guys, this isn't the same Those Nights at Fredbear's that we played before. This is actually a newer version. Do you see the difference in tone? So I'm actually gonna keep this dark tone because I kind of start the video in like a darker tone. Where my transition is, I'm gonna put a wind effect. So that's what we're gonna do. This is in my pack, guys, if you want to use it. So for me, guys, my music audio is gonna be on audio 3 and my sound effects are gonna be on audio 4. Okay, guys, so here is my swish effect. It's been out for around 2 weeks. What's going on, guys? Ibadra here, and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. Okay, now I'm gonna put another one. So I'm gonna place this here, and then over here it says in. We're gonna go for out over here. Get another swish effect here, and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. Now, guys, tell me right now, this doesn't look like an 8-bit video. Over here, you can see I've done the color effect. I wanna add some emphasis onto it. Not all of your effects are gonna work, so you need to always go back and then trial and error it. Okay, then I'm gonna fade out my music here I'm gonna do this. Anything like the old game, we are cooked. So that's how we do some sound effects and we do the music. So now before I edit this whole video and get back to you guys, I want to read some comments just in case if you guys need any other help. First comment is by CoryXKenshin. How to edit on Power Director, please, man. You'd be saving so many people who want to edit on it. Also, how does CoryXKenshin do these warp face effects? For everyone that's using Power Director, I've literally shown you every single effect. If you're just copying and pasting like what someone tells you to do, it's not gonna work. For example, if you want to know how to do an echo, you're gonna search on Power Director and then you're gonna do it from there. All I'm giving is the principle on how to do it. Lens distort, drag that on top. You can change it like this. I'm also gonna show you guys how to use pitch. If you search pitch, change it here. And then look, this is another thing Cory does over here.
Okay, so it runs extremely fast.
Now the other way, guys, which is like where his face is big or his face, he makes his face small. We're gonna search up dent in open effects. If you can't see it, we're gonna push these 3 dots and then we're gonna click on show legacy resolve effects. And then here it is. Now I remember, I think I used to go for like type 2, I think. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh, look at me looks maxing, bro. So that's basically how you do the warp effect for CoryXKenshin. Next comment. Joker Post says, dude, this is so dope. I got a question. How did you learn this? Did you go to school for it or like what? Because this is a lot of steps here. No guys, I did not go to school for this. I did not do no editing in school. I haven't even like watched too many editing tutorials. Like I just figured it out myself. The way I go about editing videos is like, I'll watch my favorite YouTuber like CoryXKenshin or Ibadra, see the effects they do. You have to pay attention to what they're doing in the video. I tried to like replicate that same effect. Yeah, you kind of just figure out how they do it that way. Only downside to that, guys, is that you can't actually enjoy videos. Now your brain is set to like understanding how they're doing the edits rather than just sitting back and enjoying it. I don't know, it's kind of a downside to it, but like, yeah, that's kind of how I figured out how to edit. Hey bro, one question. Can we use another app for editing? Yes guys, you can use any app you want for editing. The principles still apply. Same thing, you're gonna still use keyframes, you're gonna still have the echoes. I've used Premiere Pro longer than I've used DaVinci Resolve. I've been using it way longer. And I can say that DaVinci Resolve is 100 times better. It is literally free and it has like triple the effects. But yes, you can use any software you want to edit. I only recently made the switch. Can we get more tutorials? Oh, here you go. My channel is based on gaming. That's what I want my channel to be. I've just done this to help you guys because I never got the help. I feel like if I just teach people how to edit or like give people what I know, it could help improve their content. But my main focus for this channel is my own videos, my own gameplays, everything like that. This for me is like kind of like a vlog. It's not like an everyday thing where I put out tutorials. So if you do want to stick around for my personality and for my gameplays and want to learn how to edit like me, just watch my videos and you can understand that. Hey yo Ibadra, I got a question. Let's say that I want to put my best moments of my video at the front so I can give the viewers something to look forward to. Okay, I will show you how to do this. Once your video is fully edited, you're gonna take the highlighted moments. So right now my video is not edited, but I'm gonna take some of the highlighted moments here. My advice is 2 intense moments and then 1 with a jump scare. I'm just gonna scan through. I'm gonna just grab. So imagine I have my edited clips here. I'm just gonna like add some basic edits so you can kind of get the idea of how this would work. Do the keyframes, zoom into me. This video is already gonna be up, so if you want to see exactly how I did my one, just go watch the first 10 seconds of it and you'll see.
If it runs out, it'll just get darker.
Oh my god. And then look over here, when Fredbear's about to chase me, you don't want to spoil the main jump scare. That's meant to build the hype, so we're going to zoom into my face instead. Here we go. We've got my static effect over here. And then let me just grab some of the intro here. And then the video starts. So it's going to look like this. It's going to look something like this, guys.
If it runs out, it'll just get darker.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Alright guys, I know I am late to the party. This game has been out for around 2 weeks. What's going on guys, Ibadra here and welcome to Those Nights at Fredbear's. There we go. That's literally how you do the intro. For this, it didn't have too many edits, so if you want it to be as premium as possible, I would do this at the very end of the video. By that point, you would have all your edits already applied. Next comment is, hey, quick question. I've seen you also use DaVinci Resolve, but I'm kind of new. I was wondering what the best export presets are because my videos take very long to export. I hope you please respond. Thank you. Also, love the videos, especially the Fierce to Fathom ones. Thank you for that. Once your video is fully complete, we're gonna go down here, push this little rocket. This is where we export the video. Okay, so now we've got our video selected. Easiest way is you can take the scroll wheel and click on YouTube. You have everything here that you need. But for my specific settings, I'm gonna go back to custom. Timeline resolution, keep the same frames. Make sure frames set to 60. Quality, I have it at best. For resolution, we're gonna have timeline resolution. I know you can increase it to like a higher quality but that's gonna take way more time, and plus you don't need that. You just have it on your timeline resolution. If you really want to set to something, make sure it's 1080 HD. That's good enough. Once that's done, all you're gonna do is push add to render queue. You're gonna choose where to save the video. You're gonna push save. All you're gonna push is render all, and that's it. It's done. The video saves where you put it. Another comment says, imagine bro comes out with a how to edit like CoryXKenshin on CapCut. That would be amazing. No, I've said before, I can't learn a whole new software, because at that point, why haven't you learned it, you know? I don't have any need to learn a new software because I'm comfortable with the one I'm using and I know it best. In the time it will take me to learn CapCut and then edit and then make a video on it, you would have already learned how to master it yourself because you're already more familiar with it than I am. So it just doesn't make sense for me to use any other software or teach any other software. I can only teach the principles and the idea. Okay guys, this is actually a different day, but I wanted to go through some new comments. Chuck Wu says, personally, I really want to know how you do pacing. Things to keep people interested, timing and stuff. Apparently that's my approach right now, especially with the intro and the first 5 minutes. Since I already got this video fully edited, I'm gonna go through this and explain. Now, the way I do pacing is, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, we cannot have any boring parts for at least the first 2 minutes. Now, what do I mean by boring parts? Obviously, I'm not going to put any boring parts in my video. What I mean is I don't want too many dead zones. If you look at the first part of the video here and compare it to the last part, you can see there are way more edits going on over here than there are over here. That is what I mean by keeping the first part interesting, the first few minutes interesting. For the first few minutes, I'm trying to be as informative as possible, so the video is kind of clear, or like the goal of the video is clear anyway. I use a bunch of sound effects to like back up what I'm saying. For the first few minutes of the video, you want to keep talking, and then later on in the gameplay, people have already committed enough time to like relax a bit, and it will most likely stick to the end of the video. So at that point, you can let things flow. Like over here, I just let this part run. Look, I don't say much in here. Another way you can think about it is like watching a movie. In the beginning, you have the hype moments, you have like the interesting details, the backstory, all of that stuff. And then towards the middle, there's kind of like this dead zone where the movie just plays out and nothing much happens. And then towards the middle end, you have like another peak moment of like something happening. You have to try follow that sort of like wave in your mind. That should be your blueprint for what the video should be like. We have another comment saying, there's this trick I see people do all the time where they zoom in to their face without expanding the face cam, if that makes sense. I would love to see if you can explain how that one gets done. Okay, I can show that. I don't usually do this in my videos, but I'm gonna do it now. Right now, if I was to try to zoom in, my face cam and my actual circle is like separated, so it's not gonna work. If I try to do it individually, it's not exactly gonna be centered. It's not gonna keep the same shape. The way to sort this out is very simple. We right click on our face cam, then we go to new compound clip, and we just push create. Now that it's created, we can literally zoom in and it zooms into both. It basically flattens it to a layer, and then you can easily just, I'll give an example here. You can easily, if I put some keyframes, it keeps my face cam and the face circle in the same ratio. Now, if you want the whole screen to be one thing, highlight both, new compound clip. It's gonna merge it into one clip. Let's do some keyframes again, and then we go like that. This is another thing I know CoryXKenshin does a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know why I asked
already
him.
know.
Very simple. I unfortunately have the free version. Don't worry. The only thing I taught you guys, which was paid, was the automatic subtitles. Everything else in this video has been free besides my pack. Okay, guys, I am finally done with my video. Now, if we look at the time, I started editing at exactly 1 o'clock, and now it is 3:23. That took me around 2 hours and a half to edit this video completely. Here is my complete timeline. As you can see, I've scattered a bunch of audios, a bunch of musics, and I've done a bunch of edits going on over here. The last thing that we need to do is the outro. I already have a set outro for myself. If you guys do have your own outro, I'm going to show you guys how to actually import it and make it look good. Here's my custom made outro. You want to make your audio track look something like this. It needs to fade in very gradually, very slowly. To make sure it does flow, we're going to actually spread out this audio and then just turn it off slowly like that. Alright, and then I'm gonna change this because I think it's a bit too loud for now. For your outro, you want to give like a short review. Maybe if it's like one part of a whole series, you want to probably hype up the next part. You want to set a like goal and remind people to subscribe, which I also do here. So I added my transition, so then it fades into my animation, which is this. I then put 2 gameplay audios on top, and then once a little bit of the preview plays, then the 2 cards are gonna come up for the next videos.
Meow.
Kippy. Outro done, intro done, everything is done. Now that the whole video is done, I'm gonna have a little talk with you guys. You can click off the video now if you would like, but I'm gonna give some valuable information here. Editing takes a very long time, and it takes a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of focus. I cannot name how many times where I start a video, I get bored, and then I just go on my phone like this. I'll be there playing Clash Royale whilst I got a video to do. It's really bad. Like right now, bro, I'm about to start a match. Like I don't want to get distracted. You're gonna need to take breaks. Now I know I did my video in just around 2 hours, but it's not gonna be that fast for you. You guys still need to learn the software. If you already do know how to use the software, it might be a bit easier. But towards my start and middle of doing content creation, videos will take me around 7 hours to edit, which is a lot of time. That's not mentioning doing the thumbnail and even recording the video. It is a lot of work, and motivation isn't actually gonna get you too far. You need discipline with this. I think it is a very valuable skill to have. You can make anything come to life with editing. Now if you watch this video and you kind of understand but you really don't have the time, I am also an editor myself. I edit for 8 other channels, so if you would like me to edit your videos, please leave a comment or message me on any social. If you want to know how to do thumbnails, there is a card above. There's also my DaVinci Resolve video where I go into more detail just for that specific software. This one was like a broad version so we can include every single software, and I was really trying to drive the point that you can edit on any software and all the effects follow a similar technique. I've shown you how to do the Ibadra face cam effect. All it was cropping and turning down the opacity, so if you can figure that out in your own software, it's literally the same effect. The principle is still there. I know this video isn't going to be perfect and it might be confusing, so please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. Make sure to like this video so you do not lose it, and please consider subscribing because I try so hard on this. In total, I think I've done like 5 tutorials now. They're all free. I'm just giving away information and a lot of people have benefited from it. You can just check the comments. And also guys, remember, I am still learning how to edit myself, so if you have any tips and tricks, please leave that in the comments as well, for me and for everyone else in there. And finally, with all that out of the way, if you want to see this video that I've edited, it's gonna appear in my outro, so you can click on that. Make sure to subscribe, join the Discord down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye guys.